All right, let's talk about creating a campaign calendar for your brand. So, what is a campaign calendar? Well, this is simply just a calendar showing all the email campaigns you will be sending throughout the month. Where you want to create this, well, it can be stored in a Google Sheet or a Notion doc, etc. Whatever sort of CRM you use. I'm sure there's a calendar function that you can store this in. And why we do it? Well, it's important because it gives you a bird's eye view of the campaign strategy for the month, which is great for aligning with your brand marketing calendar, and just gives you an overview, and it allows you to plan ahead and see, okay, how many evergreen campaigns am I sending? What's the sale dates for this month if you're running one? And are there any other sort of content that we need to include? So we're going to run you through sort of a campaign calendar for a gut health supplement brand. And I'm going to show you the 3-step process we go through when we create calendars. And this really makes it easy for you to fill out a calendar in the simplest way possible. So step one, first, you just want to align with the brand marketing calendar. So the first step here is just align your calendar with the brand's marketing calendar. So mark down any events for the month that will need emails. So these are things like product launches, promotions, back in stock, etc. In this case, let's say this brand was running a New Year's sale. So obviously you start with the events that can't really be changed and altered. So, if you're running a sale, promotions, back in stock, product launches, etc., you start with those events first and you build back from there. So for this example, we identified and we ran a New Year's sale. So the whole idea here is we start with this sale and then we work backwards. So we planned out the sale, and then from there, you can fill in with the remainder of the content. So for instance, we ran a New Year's sale here. So this is an example of, running a sale, and a sale that works well. So we ran it from the 1st to the 5th, and it started with, obviously on the 1st, New Year's sale launch. On the 2nd, it's just a reminder email. So you have a reviews reminder. Email 3 on the 3rd was a plain text reminder. So it's the founder coming out saying, hey, we launched our New Year's sale, all New Year themed copy as well. New Year, New You, New Year's resolution sort of stuff. Saturday is when you introduce the timer, so 48 hours left. And then on the last day, we introduced the 24-hour timer and saying sale ends in 24 hours is your last day to claim. Once you create the step one, you go through step one and you align with, the sale dates or whatever promotions you're running. Then step 2 is adding on-theme seasonal topics for the month. So monthly themes are great angles to base campaigns around, and these should be used when you are building out the calendar. So things like seasons, sporting events, so like Super Bowl, random holidays at time with the brand. So like if you have a random holiday, maybe you sell sort of lighting or space products, you could go, okay, World Astronaut Day. They're great themes to use. In this case, we added some New Year themed emails, which were great seasonal topics to include. So whilst these aren't promotional, these are more, like I said, themed to the month, and they're more evergreen, but they're themed, right? So you can see we put it in orange, and it's like why gut health should be your number one New Year's resolution. Post-holiday reset, heal your gut after the festivities. And then number 3 was kick candida overgrowth in the new year. So whilst these are educational, they're still sort of one-off campaigns because you can't obviously send New Year's campaigns in March, April, May, June, July. So they must be put in before you go through the evergreen campaign. So now that you've done that, if you want a hint as well, you can use ChatGPT to generate some useful monthly campaign topics that are specific to the month. So if we read this prompt here, it just says, I'm building out the email calendar for brand for month. We sell this product for target market. Give me 12 email campaign ideas that are based on this month, the season, the time of year, and include things like events at time with the brand, random holidays at time with the brand, and anything else that can be a useful theme for the brand. Make sure you relate it to the brand so it makes sense. So this really gives you a good prompt and some really good ideas, and they're the ideas we generated from a prompt like this. Number 3, and the final step here, is filling in the campaign calendar with evergreen content. So obviously the final step is adding the evergreen campaigns that can be used all time of year. So yeah, it doesn't matter what time of year these are sent, you can use these, and you fill in the remaining of the calendar with these ones. So here is where you refer back to that content bank that you built out in the campaign ideation section. So you got your 10 macro topics and then your 100 micro topics, and you're just filling in the gaps here. So you can see we did why ingredients are more than just a label, common myths about gut health, 3 surprising ways gut health affects your mood, what your gut is trying to tell you, breaking down the gut-skin connection. These are all really good evergreen campaigns that we included, and we had, after following these 3 steps, we've had a full built out calendar with, let's see, we had 4, 8, 12, 16 campaigns for that month. So like I said, 4 a week was the ideal, and obviously we had the sale there, which had 5 in a row. So we had to sort of go to 3 per week for the remainder of the remainder of the calendar. But it ended up being obviously 4 per week. And there you have it. It's simple. It's super simple like that. You don't need to overcomplicate a campaign calendar. You follow those 3 steps, and you are able to produce a really strong calendar here. And when it comes to the days and the times, what I recommend is doing testing to find the best send days and the best times for your brand. Once you know this, then make sure you send emails on the same days of each week and around the same time. It builds consistency with campaigns, and again, it trains your subscribers to expect to open your emails. If you have no data on this, stick with these 3 days and maybe a weekend day as well. So your Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then go from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're historically, across all industries, all brands in e-commerce, they're historically the highest open rate times and the best times to send. So go with those. If you have no data, if you already have data, use that data to find the best for your brand specifically. But yeah, there you have it. There is the campaign calendar creation. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you can use this and build out amazing calendars for your brand. And I'll see you in the next video.